guys, today we're talking about how to confirm a date without sounding desperate. It's for those moments when you know you've already confirmed a date or time in the very beginning, but that date isn't coming up for a week or two or even 3 weeks. So you want to make sure that the date is still happening, but you don't want to keep checking in all the time or else you'll sound desperate and then you'll lose her and then she stops answering you and you don't get a date. That's what we don't want, right? So how do you make sure the date happens? After you've already brought up the idea and confirmed it with her, how do you make sure it happens without feeling like you're pressuring her that much to make it happen? Well, the first thing I want to talk about is remember that it's totally normal for people to forget about dates. I feel that it's easy for guys to really blame ladies when if they don't tap in or check in about a date, it's very normal for some ladies not to have a calendar or to book things in. And when something else comes up with her friends or her family, she prioritizes that and puts it actually into her planner. It happens. Know that it happens, and just to come to a place of acceptance and understanding that humans make mistakes and that not all of us are really good planners, and that it should not affect if she's really interested in you or not, because it happens even when people are already dating or in relationships, trust me. So this is about making sure that you're still on her mind, right? So when you first plan the date, the first thing to remember is after you've planned the date, so let's say you're like, okay, next 2 weeks from now, 3 weeks from now, we're gonna be at a coffee shop at 3 p.m. Sounds good, I can't wait to see you then. The biggest mistake people make is they just drop the texting from there. It is very little to none because people find the comfort of already having that date come up. So you might as well wait till that date to share anything else. But what tends to happen is the interest completely drops on her side because she literally does not think of you anymore. So after you've planned the date initially, it is important to continue texting, continue that momentum. Now, no, I don't mean continue to share your life story and to talk on the phone for 9 hours. No, I just mean those constant small check-ins daily or at least every other day in seeing how she's doing, what her day has been like, and just tapping in interest here and there and sharing some stories. Still getting to know her. Don't be afraid of asking questions about her journey still or who she is. But remember, the best way to keep her excited and have little reminders that a date is coming up is when you do share more about bigger things in your life. So let's say, for example, career. Somehow you guys talked about your job. You asked her a question like, how did you get into your job? She gives a small answer, and then she asks you, how about you? How did you get into your job? This is where you can not share. You can actually save it for the date. So you can respond by saying, that's a really big journey and a really big topic, so I'm gonna save that one for our first date in 2 weeks. Smiley face, you can add that if you like. So it helps excite her, interest her because she wants to hear, because she's not too sure. You're saying it's a big journey, but also reminds her of the date. It allows also important conversations to happen on the date, because you do want to save those really big topics for in person. You feel the energy more, the way you talk about it, the tone is there. You don't want to do that via text. So making sure that some topics via text, save it for the date and tell her so. Same thing for some big questions you want to ask her. You can even text, oh, there's a really big question I want to ask you, but I'm going to save it for the first date, or I'll share that, or I want you to share that on our first date. So give that little tease, right? So that's the first thing you can do. Continue texting and making sure you save some things for the date and make that known, right? So that's probably the first and biggest, most helpful strategy in making sure the date happens. But also number 2 is as the date gets closer, not as the date gets closer, take that back. I'll say the day before, just once. You do not need to confirm it multiple times, just the day before. As you're texting, because as I said, I would hope you're texting, I would hope that you will say at some point in the conversation, just say, oh, by the way, yeah, I'm gonna go to work now, or I'm gonna head to bed, but I'm excited to see you tomorrow. That is it. All right. You can make it a statement. Usually that's okay. Or you can make it a question if you'd like to. So excited to see you tomorrow, question mark. Or ready for tomorrow, question mark. Or I'm going to head to bed early. Got a big day with you tomorrow. I hope you're excited, question mark. You can make it a question, but it's not necessary. As long as you chimed in that it's tomorrow, then usually she would read it. And at that point, she'll usually say, I'm excited too, I'll see you tomorrow. Or if her plans did change, she'll be honest, say, oh shoot, I forgot, or can we reschedule? But that way, either way, you will get some answer into how or what she feels about meeting you the next day. And that is it. Then the next day when you have the date, all you have to do is text her, I'm on my way. That's it. I'm on my way, I'll see you soon. But do not say, hey, we still good today? You still good? I'm gonna meet you? There's no need. You just need to do that once the night before or the day before. And then the next text should be you just saying you're on the way or that you're there at the restaurant. That's it, all right? None of that sounds desperate. It's all in the flow of a conversation, and that's what's most important, is to keep the texting going, keep the momentum going. Don't lose that, because that's how you lose it. I've seen so many people lose dates because they just stopped the texting and then the interest just dies. So she's not excited. So remember to have a balance of that, keeping the momentum, keeping her excited, and just one little ping right the day before, right? I hope that helps you guys. That's how you confirm a date. Make sure it happens without sounding desperate, right? I hope that helps. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.